This is Pond Trail.
The Ocmulgee River dropped below flood stage Sunday, but Monday morning a swollen creek at Amerson Water Park still flowed over the pond trail, which is buried in silt. What do you think about this, Sam?
I'm scared to think about it right now. It definitely changes the landscape. It changes the creek bed here. I mean, we built the creek bed so it could run off and run around the pond. But it has brought so much silt in now that it's literally changed the road bed and the creek bed. So we'll have to see how to assess it once the creek goes down enough that we can cross it. It's concrete all the way down to where you see the rocks there. And then the rocks, it's usually a big bed of riprap through there. And there's a road bed on the other side that turns and goes on the other side of the trees. It goes to a lake back there, a small pond. But this riverbed here actually goes around the lake, so the river makes the oxbow here, and this is just a runoff river bed. Believe it or not, I'm impressed with the trail and how it upheld with the river coming in the way it did.
Grass down there somewhere. Just like that right there.
We obviously got a lot of silt on the trails, a lot of cleanup, but structurally I think we're going to be okay. We do have some sinkholes in the parking area around Porter Pavilion that we're addressing now. We're assessing those, and then we'll address those. But the trail itself held up very well.
What about down around the Spring Street boat landing?
Same thing with the trail, a lot more silt on the trail down there, which is normal. We're used to that down there, but just cleanup in progress down there, and the trail looks fairly well down there too.
What kind of manpower do you have in place?
Right now it's all hands on deck, so we've got at least 6 crews down there working, and then we've got 3 crews over here.
Do you have any time frame as to when you might be back open?
Not right now. I think at the end of the day we'll know more to see how the cleanup's going. And my biggest concern out here is the sinkholes, obviously. We want to make sure it's safe before we open the park back up.
Now, the park had back-to-back floods. I mean, and it's really first true test. And how do you think everything performed?
I think it performed well. I think the storm drains that we have in place worked very well. There are some areas that the closer to the river that we couldn't have the storm systems, but overall did very well.